Yes. Hello, assalamu alaikum, guys. Myself, Ukasha Freelancing Wala. I am from Rehan School, Korangi campus. Today, our guest is Gab Gabriel from NASA. Hi, sir. How are you? Can you introduce yourself and tell us about your journey?
Yes, hi to everybody in Pakistan. I'd like to say good evening to you. I'm in Florida in USA. It's 8:30 in the morning here, so I know it's later in the evening in Pakistan. So I was a civil structural type of engineer for NASA on Kennedy Space Center for 17 years. And during that time, I got to see amazing things with the space program, and I really enjoyed the space program. And quite by accident, I became an international speaker from that, traveling around the world speaking about the space program.
Okay, I have a question for you. My first question is, what inspired you to do what you do today?
Yeah, well, really nothing inspired me. It happened totally by accident. I never would have thought I would be a public speaker or something I never wanted to be. If somebody would have said, here's $1 million, be a public speaker, I'd have said, no, I don't want to do it. But I was in Africa speaking with some kids, and it was just kids 8 and 9 years old in their classroom. It was not a big deal. And this I could do. But to get up in front of large audiences, I had never done that. And the American Embassy found out there was somebody from NASA, and they arranged for me to do this big talk in front of 400 students. And I didn't have time to say no. It all happened so fast. I found myself out there doing it with really little preparation and little other than just talking about Kennedy Space Center and the magic of the space program. And it went so well that I realized this is something I can do, and it's what got me started.
Yes, okay. The second question is, what has been biggest challenge in your career?
Well, I don't really look at things. Everything to me is a challenge, but the challenge is never to do something. The challenge is to enjoy doing something. Right now, the biggest challenge for me is to have this interview go well. As I'm doing something, it's the most important thing to me. And I don't look at it as my biggest challenge, but I look at it as what I'm focusing on. So I don't look at one as more important than the other, one is bigger than the other. It's always the same. How well can I do it? How well can I enjoy doing it? That's my challenge. Anybody can do something. Can you enjoy it?
Okay. The third question is, how do you stay motivated during difficult times?
Well, to me, I don't look at things as difficult. Again, I look at it as a challenge. And to me, the greater the challenge, the greater the sense of accomplishment. So I never look at anything as being more challenging than something else. It's always, how well can I do it? And I stay motivated by challenging myself to do my best and to enjoy it. The motivation is in the ability to enjoy doing it and the sense of accomplishment you get when you do that.
Okay. What advice would you give to young people who want to follow your path?
Yeah, well, most of the time I tell people, look, follow your own steps, make your own path. But always three things I talk about. Three things are really important. It doesn't matter what you want to do, it doesn't matter your objectives, just these three things. Learn these three things. Do your best, enjoy what you do, believe in yourself. If you learn those three things, it doesn't matter what your goal is, it doesn't matter what your objective is. You will never work, nothing will ever be hard, you'll never have stress, you'll never have pressure. I want you to learn to do the same thing the same way, but think about it differently. Don't think hard work. Think opportunity. Think journey. Think adventure. Think challenge. Make it fun. Make it exciting. Don't think hard work. Think about it differently. Learn to believe in yourself. This is so critical. Very few people have this. And the way you do that, to me, you establish goals. Most things start with a thought or a dream. You take that dream, you write it down, say, this is my goal. I'm here. I want to go there. How do I get there? You want to plan small steps. Don't be in a hurry. The slower the step, the easier it is to accomplish. The easier it is to accomplish, it helps you develop that belief in yourself and that confidence in yourself. And you want to do that very, very slowly. Don't be in a hurry. You build and you build and you build. And one day you say to yourself, I can do anything. When you believe you can do anything, you will never have stress. You'll never have pressure. You just believe you can do it. And when you enjoy it, you do it better. So that's always my advice. Do your best, enjoy what you do, believe in yourself.
Okay. What skills do you think are most important for success?
Well, confidence. I think confidence is critical for success and a good belief in yourself. If you have that, then you can do almost anything because you feel good about yourself and you feel good about your effort. So, to me, that's one of the critical things. Also, you want to be sure you can relate to others. You know, if you want to be successful in life, if you want to be a leader, you have to relate to those around you. You cannot be critical of others, to me. You want to treat others with kindness and respect and learn to work together to help each other for a common goal. And if you do that, you'll be very successful.
Okay. Can you share one mistake that taught you an important lesson?
Yeah, so I never say mistake. I never say fail. You always learn. And you learn most when things don't go as you expected. For me, I could say every day in my life is a mistake if I wanted to, because I'm always learning something new. I'm always doing something different. And when you do something different, you do it as you do it, you learn and you learn to adjust. So to me, every day is an adventure. Every day is a challenge to enjoy what I do, to do my best. I don't look at failure. I don't look at mistakes. I look at it as a learning experience. And you learn most when things don't go as you expect. And the challenge is to learn, enjoy that learning experience and bring it forward with you and use it in other decisions in the future.
Okay. What project or achievement are you most proud of?
Yeah, well, right now, the thing I'm most proud of more than anything in the world is this interview with you. I look at this as very serious. To me, I take these interviews serious. I want to try to do the best I can to make it good for you. But we're a team, and the challenge is for us to do this together equally. I can't do it with you. You can't do it without me. So I look at everything as a challenge. How well can I do it? And right now, as I'm doing this, and when I leave here, I'm going to a gym and I'm going to do the best I can in the gym. Everywhere I go, I challenge myself, do my best, enjoy it, and have fun doing it. But right now, we're a team. So it's not me, it's both of us together with a common goal.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Yeah, well, hopefully, I'm still doing what I'm doing today. I'm enjoying it tremendously. I've just come back from Brazil. Next month, I'm going to Spain. Probably in October, November, I'll be in Pakistan again. I've been in Pakistan, I think, either 3 or 4 times. I can't remember. I'm really looking forward to coming back to Pakistan and to Rehan School. So I don't look too far into the future. I kind of focus on where I am today, and life leads me. I've never really had any plans to do this or that. I've just life has presented opportunities, and I've taken advantage of those opportunities. But I really hope that I'm first of all, I hope I'm healthy. I hope I'm walking around, and then secondly, that whatever I'm doing, I'm able to brighten the lives of those around me, and that's what I try to do now.
So next question is what message would you like to share with students and young entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I talk about those three things. And this to me is the most important thing you want to think about. Again, you want to learn to do your best. You'll find in your life as you progress through life, you're going to find yourself in situations where you really have to do your best to be successful. If you practice doing that all the time, when that opportunity happens, you'll do it easily. If you don't practice, you might be nervous, you might get scared, you might mess up. Always do your best. It's so important. Enjoy everything you do. You and I, we can enjoy this interview now or not. Either way, we're going to do it. Learn to find positives in everything you do. If you can't find a positive, say to yourself, it could be worse. It becomes a positive. I never have a negative experience. And feel good about yourself. That's important too. And again, the most important thing, learn to believe in yourself. The stronger the belief you have in yourself, the more confidence you have, most of the time you'll make good decisions and you'll feel good about it. It's very important. Very few people have it. That's why they have pressure. That's why they have stress. They don't have that belief in themselves. It doesn't matter how successful they are, how much money they have. They never develop that belief in themselves. That's why they're constantly filled with stress and pressure. And you want to eliminate that. You can have a life without stress and without pressure and be very successful.
Okay. So next question is, how do you balance work and personal life?
Well, to me, I really just take everything in stride. Every day when I get up, I have certain things I'm going to do. I have certain things. I do these interviews every morning. I have certain things I'm going to do, but everything changes. As the day progresses, I get led somewhere else or something happens. So I try to stay flexible. I try to stay positive, and I just try to go with whatever comes my way, and make the best of it. And I'm always thankful. No matter what happens, I'm always thankful. I say it could be worse, and I never have a bad day.
Okay. So next question is, what habits have helped you become successful?
Yeah, I don't know. That's really a kind of an interesting question. I think it's just a desire to do more, to learn, to try to improve. I think these are good habits, and I'm always trying to improve. No matter what I do, I try to improve and I try to get better, and I enjoy the journey. I think that's the biggest thing. To me, each day is the most important day of my life, and each day I try to enjoy it. I try to do my best. I think that's it. May not be a habit, but in a way, it could be called a habit. It's the way I approach things every day, and I think the mental side of life is so important. The more positive you are, the better you feel about everything in your life, the better you're going to do. So the challenge to me is never to do something. The challenge is to enjoy doing it. As I'm doing something, I make it the most favorite thing in the world for me. So I'm always doing my most favorite thing. I'm always having fun. I don't hear you.
Okay. So next question is, who has inspired you the most and why?
Yeah, I get asked that questions a lot, and I look back on my life growing up, and when I was growing up, most of the people, like many of us, most of the adults around me, were complaining about, hard work or this or that. They never really seemed to be enjoying your life. But I had two uncles uh, who always seemed to be happy. They always seemed to be enjoying life. I never heard them complaining. I never heard them really saying anything negative. And although they really didn't directly talk to me about it. I remember looking at them and thinking, I want to be like them. They're enjoying everything, and I don't know why, I don't know how, but this is what I'd like to be. And I don't know if it inspired me or how it affected me, but I always remember thinking about those two guys and thinking, yeah, I'd like to be like them, not because of what they did, but how they enjoyed life.
Okay. So next question is, if you could change one thing in the world, what would it be?
Oh, if I could change one thing, it would be that people would learn to get along and not hate each other. I hate wars. I hate that people kill each other and people are cruel and mean. And I just it makes no sense to me. It's terrible. And I look at India and Pakistan as an example. Both of these countries to me are awesome. The people in these countries are fantastic, very kind, very giving, very smart people. And yet the two countries fight. And why? They're the same people. They shouldn't be fighting. They should be helping each other. So I would end all of this hatred, all of this mistrust, and end all wars if I could.
Okay. The last question is, if you could change one, what is one piece of advice you wish you had received when you were younger?
Yeah, I'm not sure I would have listened most of the time when I was younger. All I wanted to go to the beach and play sports, and whatever advice was given to me, I don't know if I would have paid attention, but hopefully somewhere along the line I would have learned that you do have to do doing well in school. I did terrible in school. I think I would change my approach to school, and I would do better. I hated school. I really never gave school a chance, and I often think back and I wish I would have looked at school differently and went to school with the idea that, like I went to university, is something I want to do and something I need to do, and made it fun. But But that would probably be my biggest thing, would be to change my approach to school when I first went to school.
So thank you, sir, for give me some time.
You-
Or
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure.
thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Bye to
Bye
everybody in
bye.
Pakistan. Hopefully, I'll see you in October.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Can
Inshallah.
you give me a big